Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 and the next part of this Journeyman series where we're currently at Concord on a fantastic run of form. We took over the club when they were in the relegation zone. We started off with this 3-0 defeat, but since then we've been on an incredible run of form across all of these games here, covering several trophies. And it's just been incredible. We left off last time with the 3-1 away win over East Thurrock. That capped off a 4-game winning run. We weren't able to keep that going when we took on Welling away from home. If we just have a quick look at the 2 goals in this game, you can see Jack Midson did manage to get another goal. He's started to really come into form for us recently, but it was Welling who took the lead. Barham got in behind the defender and then went round the keeper and beat him at his near post, which is really just not acceptable. Then Barnes to Parkinson. This in the 78th minute when it looked like we might be getting a defeat, but Midson managed to get in behind the defence there. He's in his 30s. He's not got that much pace, but the defence just fell asleep late on and he managed to get a point for us away from home. Then we took on East Thurrock again, second time in 3 matches that we've played them, but we were at home. Again, Jack Midson managing to get a goal, but it looked like we might be facing a defeat. And given the run we've been going on and the fact they were in the relegation zone when I came in, when Higgins got through here and again scored at the near post, I thought this is going to be absolutely our next or second defeat since taking over as manager. But what we put the ball in behind for Midson, and he managed to finish it far post, tucked in brilliantly. Second in 2 games there, and then late on 71st minute we got a penalty, not straight down the middle. He tends to put them down the middle. I think we've had a couple of penalties now where he's done that, but then we had an absolute cracker of a game away from home against Hungerford. 7 goals in this game. It started off 15 minutes in, ball over the top for Hungerford. Again, when you fall behind, you're just expecting to lose, really, and it was an own goal, no less, as well, I think. Or was it? Oh, no, it was Halabi who got the goal. We then had a penalty, Green taking it this time, and he did go for the corner to make it 1-1. Not with a free kick. Again, into the top corner. 2-1 to us, 36th minute. Then Minshall came forward, back to Knott. He played it into Carey, turned, went for goal. Keeper had an absolute howler there. It was straight at him in the middle of the goal, but it's touched in for 3-1. And then just before half-time, Midson out wide to Carey. He's got 3 men in the middle. He did find Minshall, and there was a goal for our 4th. And then in the second half, a late comeback. Halabi put the ball in. Jatta was there. Another near post goal made it 4-2. Then in the 87th minute, Halabi, ball put across to the back stick. Cleared out towards Price. He then pushed it wide to Linley again. Beckford put it in, and there was Halabi, who caused us problems all day. They did have another late chance late on. I thought they were going to get an equaliser, but here was Jatta, back to Linley. Ball played in, and there was a goal for 4-3. So it's been a pretty interesting run of games, finishing lastly with Wealdstone. When we have a quick look at the goals here, we did score 2 goals in the first half that kind of put the game to bed. They never really threatened us, not with the first. Came back, Midson tucked it in. He's a real poacher. And then the ball cleared away only as far as Knott, ran in, it came to Carey edge of the area, laid it back to Knott, and he managed to just trickle it past Pickering into that far post. And then in the second half, Monacana on the attack, played it in for Bub. He went for goal, and it was a stunning finish from outside the area to make it 2-1. But we managed to see the game out. It wasn't a very difficult match for us, and we have carried on winning to put ourselves in 10th place in the league table. Now, when we came in, we were down in the relegation zone or thereabouts. We're now in 10th place, and we are just 5 points off the playoffs. It has been a sensational run of form, and today we take on Billericay, who are the league leaders by 13 points. They've only lost twice in 26 games. It's going to be a tough match, but we are at home. We are in incredible form, and then we've got a home game against Weston-super-Mare as well, so that's going to be an interesting one to take on. Here's the team for today. It's pretty much my settled 11 really. Minshall, Knott and Parkinson in the central midfield areas, Carey and Green on the wings, Midson up top. He's been doing well, 9 goals now this season. And then Sterling, Clark, Essam, Barnes and Poke in goal. Poke probably a real weak spot in the team. We could do with a better goalkeeper. And I am still looking for new players that we can bring in on free transfers. Obviously, we still don't have any budget. We still don't have any wage available to us either. So I'm going to tell the lads to go out there and cause an upset. They've not really responded to that. But yeah, we just don't have the budget to really bring anybody in, and that's the real problem. So we're doing so well with the players that we had originally to keep on grinding out these results. And I think a lot of it's down to the tactic we've been using. It just seems to work so well. And you can see Billericay there just suddenly had 4 shots, 2 on target. Ball played out from the back by Billericay. Rachubka to Rooney. We are pressing them up high. Rachubka plays it over the top. Header's been won by Billericay, but Essam clears it up and then loses it to Lafayette. He tries to chip the keeper and he's put it wide. I mean, that was an audacious lob from that kind of area, even with the keeper that far off his line. Big ask to get that one in, and we do manage to get a reprieve. Now here's not. Can we capitalise? It's Midson trying to play and hold up the ball. Finds Carey. Back to Minchell. He's got him with a big tackle there. No foul. There can quite easily be a red card. Not to Carey. Now Minchell can go out wide. He plays it into Midson instead. He tries to play it in behind. Green's in on goal, and he's put it wide. Flashed across the face of the goal there. Past the keeper and past the far post. So we've had our first chance. It was a really good one. Well played in the build-up, but just unable to take it there, Green, on the right-hand side. As we head towards half-time, we are being outplayed a little bit. Billericay are top of the table. They're going to go straight up to the Vanarama National, so it was always going to be a tough game, this one. If we can keep the clean sheet, though, and get a point, I would be pretty happy with that. I'm going to say I'm happy with the way that they're playing at the minute, because Billericay just are the standout team down here. And if I remember right, they're the team that have got a real idiot of an owner, but he has put a lot of money into the club to try and get them up the league tables. Another one of those bought clubs, really. Here's Jahaldo. Hits it against our midfielder. Kennedy to Jahaldo again. Out wide to Kennedy. Trying to take it down the right flank, but he's had his route cut off. They've got a bit of space over the other side, though. Instead, they go back out to Kennedy again. Right. Not sure if they're going to lose the ball here. It's back to Afete. Now Ince into Foy. They've got a good chance here. Kennedy, the room just opened up for him, but he's put it over the bar there. He has to be hitting the target in that position, and we do get another lucky escape. Now Midson's on a yellow card. A few players flagging a bit. We're going to make changes soon as Wright puts the ball in. Oh, and it's gone in. Paul Rooney with the header. There was a man on the line, but he wasn't able to stop the goal. And we're now a goal down with 25 minutes left to play. Right here, had the corner, played into Rooney, going away from goal. It's a good header, but that really should have been cleared off the line. Really poor from the defender there. And we are going to have to make some changes. I think if we bring a Watway on for Green, who apparently looks disinterested, and get Alex Wall on for Jack Midson as well. These sort of changes do tend to have an impact at this level, is what I'm finding. We're making a lot of chances after substitutions. Just trying to freshen up the wing back positions as well, full back positions, to see if we can get something in. There's not a lot of time left. Kennedy plays it in towards Ince. Oh, and there's a foul in there somewhere, not giving away a penalty, and this could be absolute curtains for our unbeaten run as Billericay get the penalty. Kennedy steps up and finds the bottom corner for 2-0. Made no mistake there. 6th goal of the season for him. And we are going to suffer our first defeat in a while. But to be fair, top of the table. It's not like we're losing to one of the teams in the relegation area. This is a game you wouldn't necessarily be expecting to get 3 points from. I would have liked to have hopefully got 1 point from it, but it's just not going to be in our favour. We've had the possession, though. We've had quite a few shots. We've held our own. We had that chance with Green early on. It's been an encouraging performance, a sign of kind of where we are in the league table, really, being 5 points outside the playoffs, probably 6 to 8 points now. As Billericay come again with Potter on the right flank. Holds it up. Afete, shot or cross blocked, comes out to Ince. About 20 seconds left to go. Finds Doyley. Played out wide to the left. They've gone all the way down. They've gone down the right all the way through the game so far. So I'm not expecting much to come here. They're just passing it around the back, run the clock down, and that should be the full-time whistle. And it's Billericay who take the 3 points. Our first defeat in a while since our first game. And I'm just going to say it's one of those days. Danny Green has been completely disinterested this whole game. We are still just 5 points off the playoffs. Now that could change if Bath win, but even then we will only be 6 points off the playoffs. So that's not a bad time to get a defeat with everybody else slipping up around us. But it is a missed opportunity in terms of going a bit further up the table. The big thing now is this Weston-super-Mare FA Trophy game, because we do need the cash from progressing through this competition. Our finances have been really poor. And you can see here, minus £148,000. That's only going to get worse as time goes on. I have been trying to reduce the wage bill, but it's just not that easy to do. And I'm certainly not going to be signing any players and making that situation worse. But we've not had anybody come in for any of our players, despite the big upturn in form, which has surprised me a little bit, because you do normally have people poached at this stage. But let me know in the comments if you do have kind of any gems that you want me to scout and have a look at and see if they're doing any well for this kind of level of football. If I can get them free with no ways, that would be ideal. But that's quite a big ask, and I'm trying not to put too many players on the books if I can. Not going to bother with the pre-match briefing. We're just going to go straight into it. Weston-super-Mare in the same league as us. I'm pretty sure if we have a quick look at where they are in the league, they are down in the relegation zones. We're at home for this game, so it should be a reasonably easy victory, I think. Just going to see how the team's fitness is holding up. We do have a good week before the next match, though, so I'm not too worried if people are lacking a bit of match fitness. A bit of condition. But I think generally players holding up all right. I think Billy Knott could do with a break if we can give him one. But I'm not so sure we can. I think Billy Knott is going to have to just play through this one. We have got what we could perhaps slot into central midfield. We could maybe bring Blackman onto the bench. Popo. Let's give Popo a little run out on the bench for Molyneux. He's not doing that well for match fitness. And we've got Shaw who can cover the defence, or what we can play pretty much anywhere. Wall up top, and Besant the reserve goalkeeper. I think otherwise we're just going to have to leave the team as it is. Billy Knott's the only player below 85%. I'm happy with that. We just need to go out and get the win, really. I don't change the team very much unless we're having kind of 3 games in a week, because we just don't have the strength and depth. Our first 11 is the only way that we're going to get any good results and maybe sneak into the playoffs at the end of the season. But this FA Trophy is a really important competition for us. I want to get to the latter stages. We'll need a favourable draw to do that, but if we can get to the latter stages and get a bit more cash into the team, we will be in a great position to fix our financial problems. Now here's Diallo with a throw, finds Phipps, it's back to Ferguson. Carey went for the tackle and missed it. Thomas Barker to Phipps, very crowded around that right corner of the box, but they found a cross. Green clears it. Minchell can't get there. Llewellyn to Byrne. Into Llewellyn again. Byrne making a good run, and he's been picked out by Llewellyn. Byrne in, there's Phipps, and it is 1-0 to Weston-super-Mare. Really good play. That lofted ball over the left flank to Byrne was brilliant. This little 1-2 here. He just made the run. It was a good ball out, nearly went out of play. Byrne managed to keep it, held it up, and Phipps, he should never be allowed to get a volley in from there. He had 2 defenders around him. It just took one of them to put their body on the line, and that goal is prevented. But the first shot of the game has led to a goal, and we now have to turn this around. We're having all of the possession, but not quite creating many chances here. Green switching from frustrated to anxious. He seems to be struggling a little bit in recent games mentally. He's always the first player to be disinterested, anxious or stressed. And at half-time, we are a goal down. I think I'm going to make a half-time substitution. I'm going to tell the team I'm not happy and just bring Green off for Owatwe, because I think Owatwe's potentially becoming the better player for us. He's always making an impact off the bench But Danny Green, he's had his highlights and he's had a lot of goals. That's why I'm reluctant to take him out of the starting 11, but I think we might just have to. And we're also probably going to have to start becoming much more attacking in this last half an hour. There's not many changes I can make. I could bring Wall or Popo on, but we're going to have to do something here. It's going to have to be not coming off for Popo, who's going to have to play out of position. Maybe not in that position. There we go, a bit better. Well, he doesn't really play anywhere across here, that's the problem. But if I put him in the attack position, and also bring Alex Wall on for Jack Midson, who's done nothing today. We've got 20 minutes to try and get an equaliser here. It's not looking positive. Lee plays it forward, but cut out by Sterling. Finds Parkinson, now Popo. Or Popo. Essam plays it out wide. Awatwi, can he make the difference here? He's got fresh legs against a tired defence. He's still going. Plays the ball through. What a ball to Wall. And he's missed it. He just absolutely blasted that after a sensational through ball from Awatwi. That was beautifully weighted for Wall. And he's just whacked it wide of the goal. And I think that's our chance gone. That was too good a chance. We've got 90 seconds here on this highlight. Is there time for another goal? Popo to Minshall. Comes across, plays it wide to Awatwi. He's onside. He plays it across. Wall is there. And again, it goes over the top from Wall. Maybe we should have left Jack Midson on. Maybe that could have been the difference. But it looks like we're going to go out here in the second round of this competition, which is just not what we needed. And not really what should be happening. Awatwi, though, has got another chance here. He's got players to the left, but it goes out for a corner. We need to send everybody up here. This is really frustrating if we're going to go out to Western-super-Mare. Sterling with the ball towards the back stick. Wall can't get to it. He's been really disappointing today. Minshall to Parkinson. 4 seconds left. This needs to go in the box. Essam. And there's the full-time whistle. Western-super-Mare have beaten us at home. And we've had back-to-back defeats for the first time in my managerial journey. I'm going to be quite aggressive with the team and say that wasn't good enough because it just wasn't. And 2 defeats after a sensational run of form. As soon as I turn the recording software on, we start to lose games. That tends to be the way. I mean, that's such an important time for us to have a really big slip up. Now, coming up, we've got 14th place Dartford, 15th place Dulwich Hamlet, and 7th place Gloucester. I'm not really sure where I'll bring an end to the next one. Possibly this Chelmsford game. If we're in a playoff run against them, that's going to be an interesting match. But I think there'll only be a couple of episodes towards the end of the season here, because we do want to run through this quite quickly when we're managing down in the lower leagues. And then as we get further up the league tables and challenge for some of the more senior honours, we might have more episodes of the season. But I'm going to play through quite a few of these games. We'll see where we end up. And that will be it for today's episode. If you are enjoying this series, do hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, see ya.